Hi everyone, it's Dr. Caitlin Butler Birmingham, naturopathic sports medicine doctor, aka Dr. K, talking to you today about supplements. So, I will say before I get rolling on this that naturopaths cannot advertise any brands or talk about dosing on a platform like this. However, I do get the question a lot like, should I go with a professional line or should I just get something from, the pharmacy, the drugstore, Popeyes, wherever all else? Um, and my answer is it depends, which is my answer for a lot of things because there's factors to consider. So going generic versus professional is based on what your goals are. So, for example, if you're going with a professional line, then you're taking into account cost because you will pay more. But also, you have to consider that the product is third party tested, which means that the company itself has put their product through testing and said, well, this is the ingredient list. Then they give it to somebody else, somebody who's separate from them, and they do the testing on the product. And then they decide, did the supplement have exactly what it said on the ingredient list, or was there something else in there? If it comes back that everything was lined up, the testing within the company and the external testing were both lined up, then they say, yep, this is great, this is a good product, it has quality control, and it can go to market. That doesn't happen with other lines. I mean, it may, but it's not a standard. So with professional lines, you're always at that third-party testing standard. With the generic, it really depends on the person. Again, if you're very sensitive, then I would say go with a professional line. But if you're a person that just, they take vitamin C every so often, or, they take vitamin D every so often, but they're not fully committed to, I'm taking this every single day, this is for a specific benefit, then I would say you can go generic because a lot of those companies had an overhaul and, people were scrutinizing them probably 7 years ago or so. So I would say in those cases, then yeah, that's fine. Get something that's just generic from the pharmacy or your local like bodybuilding store that has all that type of stuff. The other thing I would say is ask yourself what you're using this to treat. So if you're treating a condition that you already have, then again, I would say go with a professional line. But if your goal is prevention and health maintenance and that type of thing, then you can, again, get away with something that's just generic. With vitamins, I'm not particularly picky. I haven't seen a big difference between a professional line vitamin C, for example, versus a generic vitamin C. And by generic, I do mean, something that you can buy from Shoppers that's, one of their lines, like any of those types. So I would definitely say that when you're considering generic versus a professional line product, cost is a factor for sure. Think about how frequently you're going to be taking this. So if you know you're taking it every single day, then it is probably a safety measure to make sure that what you're taking is exactly what's in the product. And then 3, consider if you're treating something or this is just something you're doing for health promotion. So I hope that helps you decide if you're going to go professional or generic. If you have any questions further to this, feel free to make a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed and I'll see you soon.